Can you describe for the audience what exactly is weatherization and what's involved?
Absolutely. So in order to do this, I'm going to need to involve the audience a little bit. And those of you who know me know that I always give a little bit of homework. And my homework is not the kind of homework that you report back to me with, but it's more of a lifetime kind of task. So what I need everybody to do is think about that place that you go to when you get home today, wherever it is that you're relaxing in, whether it be your couch, your patio, in your yard, working, whatever you're doing, wherever that place is. Now, everybody have that place in their mind? Okay. So, open your eyes to where the very first surface of your home is going to be. You might be looking at the floor, you might be looking at the wall, the ceiling, you might be looking at your fridge. If you're outside, you may not be looking at your home, so turn your body and look at your house, whatever it is that you're staring at. Does everybody have something within their home that they're looking at? Got an image in your mind? Okay. I'm going to teach you something that you can use to understand what weatherization is and how to do an energy audit. And you'll never forget this if you go through this with me. The children that are in the audience, please help your parents do this because children are going to be your best assets. The reason for this is they know the curiosity types of questions that you should be asking yourself. Okay, you got your surface. You're staring at that surface. What you need to do is let curiosity drive you into that surface, all the way through to the other side of that surface, and have an understanding of everything from the wall to the outside, from the outside to the wall, from the slab to the ground, whatever it is that you're looking at. If you have enough curiosity and enough desire to understand what is in that, whatever it is that you're looking at, that's the first step of weatherization. Because you cannot weatherize without fully understanding what is happening with your house. So I need a volunteer, somebody tell me what it was that they were looking at in their house. And it could be anything, we're going to start there. So somebody please say something. Yes, Matt Dolsher.
I'm visualizing my interior wall that goes to the outside. It's an adobe wall, so I think I have a little bit of concrete stucco, some wire maybe, adobe brick, and then the same thing on the outside.
Excellent. That's exactly what we were looking for. So what he said, he's visualizing his interior wall. It's an adobe wall, so he's got some wire, a little bit of stucco, and some brick. And that's exactly what needs to happen with every single surface of your house. That is the beginning of an energy audit. If you can do that, you don't necessarily need formal training. What this is going to do is it's going to give you an edge when you hire that contractor. If you go through your entire home, going through this exercise, you don't have to write it down, but it would certainly help if you did. And you're doing everything that needs to happen with these services, including the measurements. Remember, curiosity. What paint was used? What material was used? What is on the other side of this wall? Children will ask you this question. Mom, Dad, what's in there? I don't know. How do you find out what's on the other side of the wall? If it's adobe, you don't really need to do any more work other than understand how the home is built. You might need to know who your builder was. Maybe you don't know who the builder was, but you might have an understanding of what those homes were in that neighborhood. You have to figure out what's going on. Now, we're only talking about services. If you go around the entire exterior and interior of your home, you get all this information down, including the flooring, the ceiling. Oh, the ceiling. How much time do you got, Carl? We could talk about attics for 4 or 5 hours. If you crawl around your attic, that is a gold mine of discoveries. And you'll have a good time doing it. Now, the other thing that we didn't talk about is your appliances, because you might have been looking at your furnace or your fridge or something, right? So you've got to do the same thing. Where did this come from? How old is it? What is the model number? What is the energy efficiency? That is what you do to figure out weatherization. Now, I've given you the keys. Now I'm going to tell you where the locks are that you need to unlock. And this is something that you're going to memorize. It's very basic. This is weatherization. We're going to break it down into just a few categories. There's your envelope. We call it the building envelope, right? That's all the structure, the outside structure, the inside structure of your home. That's your envelope, which includes air sealing and insulation. Secondly, we have something that is called base load. The base load is the energy use that happens throughout the year and is consistent in the fall and spring months. What contributes to base load? Refrigerators, lighting. Thirdly, we have appliances, which is heating and cooling. Right now, we're not thinking much about heating and cooling because we're in the spring. But we're going to be thinking about cooling very soon, aren't we? You cannot get weatherization without addressing heating and cooling. Lastly, we have health and safety. You must address any repercussions that happen in the home as a result of the air sealing that Javier had mentioned. If you air seal in one location, you could have a crack drop somewhere else. That's health and safety. So I broke down 4 categories because it's easy to remember 4 things. Envelope, base loads, heating and cooling, health and safety. If you can remember those 4 categories and you do the exercise that I described to you, you're going to have an understanding of what to do and what weatherization is.